12.R.5a, section 12.5 integrated review. So in this lecture video, let's take a look at how we can convert matrix system for length. So every one of these examples I'm going to do in this video is convert from one matrix length to another matrix length. So let me write it down right here, okay? So this is length in terms of matrix to matrix. Okay, so because we're gonna run into different types of conversion of matrix other than just length, capacity, and weight. All right, so matrices is actually the most commonly used units in the world. United States is one of the very few countries still use the old English system. The reason why majority of the world use matrix because matrix unit is based on tens. It's like our number system. Everything is actually, every unit to next unit is based on tens at a time. All right. So there are two different ways we can actually convert within the matrix system. One of them is by moving a decimal point as guided by the prefix or multiplied by the unit fractions. Okay, I prefer not to do too much unit fractions when it comes to convert simply just matrix to matrix. I actually prefer simply just moving the decimal points. Now for other type of matrix, conversion of matrix, I will begin to use a little bit of unit fraction or dimensional analysis. But as far as convert from one length to the next length, the easiest way is simply move the decimal. So this particular example, well, tell you what, let me explain this part right here. Every one of these numbers that I wrote here is actually compared back to the meters. So kilo, okay, a kilometer or a kilo, the prefix kilo is referring to 1,000 meter. Is compared back to the center where the whole number is. Hecto is 100 compared to the meter. Deca is 10 compared to the meter. Deci is 0.1 compared to the meter. Centi is 0.01. Milli is 0.001. So every place, okay, so that means kilo is 1,000 meter. That means kilo is 3 places to the left of meter. So 3 places to the left referring to 1,000. Okay, just like on the numbers, just like on our number system. So how many decameters are in 540 centimeters? So deca is right here, centimeter is all the way here to the right. So go from deca to centimeters. Okay, the meter, the first prefix telling you the place value. The second one is the second prefix is telling you what measurement we are converting. Okay, meter for length, all right, liter for capacity, and G, gram, for weight. So this is centimeters. So go from deca to centi. That's 1, 2, 3 places to the right. So all I'm going to do is move my decimal to the right 3 places. Moving the decimal to the right 3 places is also referring to as multiply. 3 places 1,000. So I can actually multiply by 1,000. Give me the same answer. So for 540 centimeters, which is equal to, oh, I'm sorry, I did it backwards. I'm actually going to start at centimeters. I actually need to go to deca. Sorry about that, because my number 540 is centimeters. So I actually need to go to the left 3 places. So left 3 places is actually referring to divided by. All right, so 540 centimeters is how many decameters? All right, so it kind of makes sense if I use a shortcut way. Small to large, I divide. What do I divide? Divided by 1,000 because deca is 3 places to the left of centi. Or we can just simply move the decimal place. So there are different ways we can do this. All right, for the 540 centimeter, decimal is behind the last 0, 3 places to the left, 1, 2, 3. Decimal is going to be right in front of the 5. So my answer, 0.5. It'll be 0.540. So that's my answer. All right. The express 673 decameter in millimeters. So I need to go to millimeter. So this time I'm going to start at deca, go to milli, 1, 2, 3, 4 places to the right. Okay, milli is 4 places to the right of deca. So that means I need to move my decimal to the right 4 places. That's also equivalent as times by 10,000. So 673 decameter. Decimal is behind it. So move the decimal to the right 4 places. 1, 2, 3, 4. Decimal is here now. 4 empty slot to put my 0 in. My answer, 673 with 40 behind it. So that will actually be 6,730,000 millimeters. Kind of makes sense. Deca is larger than milli. So go from large to small. I need a big number. I need a large number to represent I'm coming from a larger unit. All right, how many meters are in 823 milliliters? So this is 823 millimeter. Need to convert to meter. So I'm starting from milli, go to meter. So let's come up here and look. Milli to meter. So meter is actually 1, 2, 3 places to the left of milli. So I need to move my decimal to the left 3. Or I will just divide it by 1,000. All right. So there's a lot what's going on just by me simply write down by 1,000. Because what I'm saying here is, when I divide it by 1,000, division of a fraction means times the reciprocal. So that's actually 1 over 1,000. So 1 over 1,000 is the same as divided by 1,000. So the 1,000, okay, this ratio is actually trying to show you that 1 meter is actually equivalent to 1,000 milliliter. Or vice versa, okay, I can say 1 millimeter is also 1 over 1,000 meter. 1 over 1,000 is 0.01 meter. So there's a lot of different ways we can look at this, okay? So sometimes the tutorial on the homework tend to make these type of problem more complicated than it seems. So just be careful that as long as we are convert between a metric unit to another metric unit for length, capacity, and weight, the easiest way to do it is simply by moving the decimal. So for 823, decimal is behind the 3. Move the decimal to the left 3 places, which is equivalent divided by 1,000. So my answer is 0.823 meters. All right. Express 30 kilometer in centimeters. So this problem wants me to take 30 kilometers, convert all the way to centimeter. So let's take a look. Kilometer to centi. Kilo is all the way on the left to centi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places to the right. So let's move our decimal to the right 5 places. Okay. So that's also equivalent times by 1 with 50 behind it. Okay. It's same thing as times by 100,000. So 30, decimals behind the 0, move it to the left 5 places. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that actually gave me 5 extra empty slot to put my 0 in. So my answer, 30 with 50 behind it. So that will actually be 3 million centimeters. All right, how many hectometers are in 879.09 milli? So this problem wants me to take 879.09 millimeter and convert it to hectometers, HM. All right, milli to hecto. Oops, sorry. All right, hecto is right here. Milli is right here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places to the left. So let's move our decimal 5 places to the left. So for 879.09, 5 places to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Decimal is here. There's 2 empty slots in front of the 8. So my answer is 0.00. 2 empty slots, put my 0 in. 87909 hectometer. All right. So the easiest way to convert between metric to metric for length, weight, and capacity is simply by moving the decimal places. All right, that will conclude this lecture video. Thank you for watching.